Hello, hello, YouTube. How is everybody? I wait a minute before I start the reading. I'm going to do a reading today on Nicole Murphy, Birdman, and Toni Braxton to see what's up. Hopefully, I've been having problems with my internet. We've been storming up here. Anytime it rains, my internet and stuff goes out. Hello. So we're gonna see what's going on. I did a reading on them before. Hi, everybody. There's 14 people. Make sure that you guys subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and comment. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. We can give everybody a couple seconds before we start the reading. How is everybody? Uh, don't mind me if you keep seeing water come down my face. I just washed my hair and it takes about 6 hours to dry, 6 to 8 hours to dry. Good morning. So, how is everybody? I've been trying to get this reading done, but it's been hard because I'm doing well. It's just been raining and storming, and my internet doesn't do well. So I hope can you guys hear me fine? Can you see me fine? Is everything good? So we're going to do Toni Braxton, Nicole Murphy, and Birdman. And then later on this week, we're going to do Brexit. We're going to look back into Brexit for all my people across the pond. So, I did a reading on them before. I did a reading on Toni Braxton and Birdman. And I don't remember my readings too much, but I believe it wasn't really a real relationship. I felt like it was more of a business thing. And if you look at their birth cards, Birdman is the Chariot and the Tower. So he's very stubborn. He's someone that doesn't admit they're wrong, very stubborn, wants things done their way, and to their own detriment. And then you have Toni Braxton, who's the Emperor. So she has very masculine energy. And the Chariot and the Tower is very masculine. So those two energies in itself would clash, because she, for an emperor, they want to be on top. They want to be the leader. It would be like the role reverse between a woman and a man. Look at it like that. So it's hard for a woman, that's an emperor. And it's hard for a man that's an empress. So they would automatically clash, but she would do it for money, because she's a businesswoman. An emperor is all about business, all about money, ending things that no longer serve her. So she would have no problem getting over a relationship or whatever being done when she's done. But her main focus would be on leadership, business, stuff like that, security. Now we have Nicole Murphy. Now, Nicole Murphy is the Empress, and I can see why she has all those kids, because the Empress is the ultimate mother. Very sexual, very sensual. She loves abundance. She loves living in abundance, receiving abundance. She would be like wife material. So I can see why, but she's very sensual, so she would have to find a man that was very, that would kind of take care of her sexual needs, because she's very, very sensual. And when she starts something, she likes to finish, but sometimes she feels stuck. She does have a creative energy. She needs that outlet of creativity. If she doesn't have that, then, she'll kind of get stuck. You know how they say, like a midlife crisis, where you'll get stuck and you try to, you kind of do things that you might not normally do because you're kind of stuck. But if she used her creativity, so I want to see more into this relationship. Let me look at Birdman's and Toni, and then we'll get into Nicole Murphy. I don't know if they're really together. Are they really together, Nicole and Birdman? Whoops. So I hope everybody. So yeah, later on this week, I'm going to do, let me see. Whoops. Nicole. Okay. Okay. Oh, it was. Okay. So Nicole has a problem. I mean, not Nicole. Toni has a problem is because of she needs to kind of work on her past. Her parents kind of messed her up. So she kind of has relationships like her parents. She tends to get into relationships like her parents did. She can be very overbearing as a woman. Remember, I said she has that emperor energy? So she can nag, she can yell, she can scream, and the man will kind of, move away from that, because you have to realize there, even though we want to say, fem power and all this, but in a traditional family and in a family, the woman rules kind of the home, the kids, and this and that, but the man would have been or should have been, he needs to feel like the king of his castle. And when you have a woman that wants to be the king of the castle, and then you have a masculine man who's stubborn, who's used to getting his way, who's spoiled, that kind of, so I can see she tends to get into these relationships. I wonder what her first husband was. I wonder if he was feminine energy, because she wants to be the boss and she's a nagger and her rules, and it's karma. It's like she needs to kind of get over. She's stuck in her parents' relationship, so she kind of gets into relationships that are like her parents. Him, I think with him, she kind of awoken something in him, a primal sense. So the relationship for him was she kind of woke something in him. It was like he was feeling masculine, because if you remember back in the days, Toni Braxton, we all of us, when we heard Toni and Birdman were together, we were like, what the heck? Because we looked at her very differently. I know I looked at her very differently before the reality show. I kind of looked at her as, as a smart, sexy woman and no nonsense and very strong. This is before all the reality show. And, it kind of, she would have been a status symbol for someone like Birdman, because he's our age. They're all our age. Well, my age. They're all our age. So, we grew up with Toni. And so it kind of awoken something in him. Their relationship was about conditions, influence. They were influencing others. It was all about, I'm telling you, I don't think the relationship was that real. But there was some feelings, some emotions in the mix. Let's see for her. And see for him. He was all about, he was willing to kind of, everybody, let's try to make this work. You put your things in this pot. Let's put your things in this pot. And we all kind of put these things in the pot and see what we make. So that's where his was at. And for her, it was all about truth and thoughts. What did he want from her? Wow, what did he want from her? Funny enough, was Birdman was going through a period of sadness. I don't know if he was in a relationship before or what, but he was still feeling, when he got with Toni, he was kind of broken mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And he was broken mentally, spiritually, and what he wanted was, for her to kind of fend. I don't know if it was a time. Remember when they got together? Wasn't it the time when things weren't going well in his business and all that? Wasn't that a time when Toni and him got together? He kind of used her to kind of deflect oncoming, thoughts or accusations or people coming at him. He kind of used her to kind of push those thoughts and those things away. What did she want from him? She wanted lots of sex. She wanted an actual a sexual kind of relationship. And she wanted marriage. She wanted a sexual kind of throw me down, take control of me type of energy. That's what she wanted, but she forgot that she has that energy. And was she ready to relinquish her masculinity? Was she ready to relinquish her wanting to rule the roost and all that. I don't think so, but she did want marriage with him. She did. Um, it was a creation for him. This was like a creation of something he thought of and he brought forth. I think that, he always had thoughts of her when he was young, of, ooh, what does, because if you remember Toni Braxton, not the Toni of now, but the Toni like 15 years ago or so, 20 years ago, she was a status symbol. And he had the thoughts of, when you were young, or, he wasn't as big as he is, even though he's been in the game for a while. They were on two different, paths. And he would look at her and be like, oh, I wonder how, I could get her. I would do this to her. So it was kind of like a manifestation, something he thought of and made it to be. Um, Toni has a lot of issues. She has a lot of issues. She really does. Toni has a lot of issues. The devil card came for her. So she does have a lot of issues. What kind of issues does she have? Not really following through. She has a lot of issues. She kind of, if I don't see it, I don't hear it. She's kind of on an island by herself. She doesn't really make, you know, she has some issues. Let's see. There was a lot of secrets going on in this relationship on Toni. Toni wasn't innocent. There was a lot of secrets and a lot of things that Toni was doing. So she was keeping secrets. She was trying to kind of lock him down. There were some things that she was doing. And also, that ended up in public opinion. So there was a lot of public opinion, people telling her. So not even public opinion, could be her family, people, telling her something in her ear. That was the cause of this relationship to end and to walk away. How did he really feel about her? It was like a competition. She was never his only one. He always had other lovers, it was like she was I think he had maybe three, he always had other lovers. What was the bottom line for her? She was looking for, a way to escape, to get over it, to get over things. This could be her father or her ex-love. Let me see. Of working together. It was about working together for a purpose, for business. So she wanted to escape. Remember how I said that she kind of reenacts what her family does, what her parents have did, and so forth. This was more business for her. To him, he was getting over a heartache, a broken heart. She came at a time where she was defending him, or he felt that, she took a lot of, things coming at him. She kind of pushed him, but he was never really, faithful to her. I see her, it was more of a business for public, and he used her. It's going to be hard for her to really stay in a relationship, even though she had that husband before. I think he was more feminine, or allowed her to do what she wanted to do. Any questions on them before I turn into, there's 10 of you guys. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up. So for her, it was basically business, and for him it was, she came in a time where he was vulnerable, and she was able to, lock things away. I'm trying to see what people are saying, but there we go. Here we go. Good. Okay, so let's see about him and Nicole, because I think that they would be a more suitable match. Because Nicole likes nice things. She's very sensual, very, sexy. She likes to live in abundance. As long as he's paying her and taking care of her and giving her what she wants sexually, she would be down. So I don't know if it's true or not, but if they are or if they're not, that's the rumors. But they would be. He's stubborn. Let's see. Nicole. So let's see. Nicole Murphy and Birdman. I don't know how anybody thinks he's sexy. Oof. Did he ever get those tattoos off his face? Hello. Whoops. I know that they were talking about it. Just like I got to go back and look at a reading for J-Lo and A-Rod, because in the beginning of their relationship, for her it was sex, and for him, he has very feminine energy, and I believe J-Lo, I don't know if she has masculine energy, but he would only keep her interest. This is Birdman. This is Nicole. Let's see. Seduction. Remember how I said seduction, desire, manipulation, allure. So that is the point of the energy of their relationship. Let's see for him. There's going to be for him, I think with Toni, it was a lot of miscommunication. Like he would say something, she would take it a different way. And remember, they're both very masculine. So they didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. For her, she finds him fun. So she finds Birdman is fun. They go out, they have a good time together. Let's see. Crazy changes. So this relationship, or what's going on in the relationship, if there's one, it's like crazy changes constantly. For her, he is a manly man for her. Also, it's the emperor, so that's business too. So he's a manly man plus like a business, someone who takes care of things. Let's see for him. He's not in a good place. Does he have like some mental issue? I don't know, but he has a lot of things going on in his head, a lot of anxiety, a lot of thoughts, a lot of racing thoughts. Maybe we can look into that. What does she want from him? She's looking for him to take care of her. What does he want? What does Birdman want from Nicole? Truth. And it's business too. So it's like truth, and also there's a money aspect to this too. She's like, okay, we all contribute to this pot. We all work together. You put some in there, we put some in there, we do this, and we'll see what we create. So I see that's a theme for him a lot. He's cherry. He's stubborn. He's going full steam ahead. He's broken. Does he have any kids? He's broken in regards to a son, or him not having a son, or it could even be Birdman. But there's a son in regards to this. And also the justice in regards to that. So it could have been the case. I don't think Nicole is in a great place right now either. I think she's having, I hope she's not drinking too much. I think she's having some isolation issues, some lonely. She's kind of lonely. I think two main relationships, and there's two main relationships that was in her life, and then there was kind of three that weren't so great, and it was kind of spilled milk. And she's kind of like, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda. This is like a freedom, all that. It's money, business, also broken hearts, have fun, very sexual. The relationship. I don't think she would be the only woman either. I see that she would be one, but there's a younger woman, so he's going to be involved with her and a younger woman. She's drinking a lot. That's kind of stopped. Remember I said that the Empress kind of, gets stuck sometimes, and they got to use their creation to kind of, get things going. So there's kind of an imbalance right now for her. So it could be a mental imbalance, or she's drinking too much. He's been kind of, which we wouldn't think so, but Birdman is kind of a recluse. He's kind of a recluse. Plus, he doesn't want to. He does. I don't think he has the money that he once did to kind of spend. So he's been kind of hoarding things. Um, if anything right now, it's money and sex. If this relationship is money and sex, if he takes care of her and provides her with nice things, then she's down. You know, anything that you guys want to know? I didn't really look to see if it's gonna. There's gonna be constant changes. You know, like they could be 1 minute they're together, 1 minute they're not. You know, it's just constant changes. Let me see. So it's not too, you know, it's this reading's not too. Hey, what are you doing? Good. I see you there. So, uh, you know, it's, I don't know. Let's see. Do Birdman and Nicole have a future? It's all about sex and debauchery. It's about sex, debauchery. I don't think they have a big future. You see that? That's the, once the money's gone and things, then you know the relationship's over. They're both gonna have lovers. She's gonna have lovers. He's gonna have lovers. They're gonna have sex. Once the money gone, the relationship's gone. So I wouldn't put too much, you know, faith into any of that. Whoops. I don't know what I'm doing. It's a rumor. Yeah. I don't know if it's who's been friends for years, Nicole and Birdman or Toni and Birdman, Neil. So if it is, or they've, you know, it would be sexual and, you know, money basically. So Nicole's down if you provide her with money, abundance, and stuff like that. Because she likes to live in, you know, abundance. She has a life, a lifestyle. Toni and Birdman. Yeah, I think it was more kind of business. She came in a time where he needed her to kind of fend off some accusations or rumors or stuff that was coming at him, and she did that for him. You know, but I think if Toni and Nicole aren't a couple, they're screwing. There's like, you know, but they're both screwing many people. So I don't look at it as a serious thing. So that's it. I hope, you know, but it's also business for Nicole. I think Birdman likes to kind of get into these kind of business where because he's a control freak. So, you know, he would have stipulations and so forth, you know. So this is his way to control things. So that's it. I will try in a few days to do we'll go back and look at Brexit because I think some of the people over the pond told me that the elections for them is this month, and then also they look into Brexit this month, whether they're supposed to go, the EU is supposed to go or stay or whatever. So I'm gonna look into that for them. These were readings that were done at random. Remember, I asked for suggestions on Facebook and I asked for suggestions on the community tab, and these were a whole bunch of suggestions, and I pulled out two. So I like doing that from time to time. So thank you guys. Make sure you guys put the thumbs up, subscribe. If you are looking for your own reading, contact me at rettaware@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Intuitive Retta. Thank you guys. Bye.